Good day, everyone. My name is Flory Rose Espaldon, and I will continue the report about the 42 Rules of Employee Engagement. Rule 34. Help your team accept change. Change seems to be everywhere, but does your team readily embrace and support critical changes? Many times, change is not positioned effectively in the workplace. Employees may feel like victims of change, disempowered, and without any control. Many things should be considered as if hiring a new employee, because when we hire new employee, we consider their capabilities. Pagbabago means new process, and employees should have time, resources, and capabilities to adjust with change. We should not expect employees to be an expert or agad-agad sa mga pagbabagong ginagawa. Kapag nag-hire tayo ng mga bagong employee, we give them enough trainings, expertise support, and enough time para matuto, at ganun din dapat ang ginagawa sa mga dating empleyado every time na may pagbabagong gagawin sa management o sa mismong trabaho. In that way, we ensure that the employees are well guided sa paggawa ng trabaho niya.
There are 5 key elements na dapat considered every time na may changes na gagawin ang isang management. The 5 elements are vision, sufficient skills, incentives, resources, plan for actions. The first is visions. Do your employees understand your organization's overall visions, the team's visions, and the visions for change? Vision is one of the things that need to be considered in helping the team handle change. Kailangan maintindihan ng bawat employee kung para saan yung changes. How is it different sa dati and why is it necessary? Ano bang goal ng change? Visions of change should be well explained. In this case, we can make sure na naiintindihan ng bawat employee ang ginagawa nila, and we can gain their cooperations. The second element is sufficient skills. Skills, aptitude, and talent for the work should be considered when making changes, just as if you were hiring a new employee for a positions. We may not hire new employee, pero we should treat employees as if they're new to the job, because changing something means they need to learn something. Kahit gaano pa man katagal ang isang employee sa trabaho niya, o kahit gaano pa siya kagaling, an employee needs to adjust. We cannot expect current employees to be expert on the sudden changes. The third element is incentives. There are some positive outcomes that the new change brings. It is important to establish the benefits to the change to help people develop buy-in. Employees need to know how does the change would benefit them. Ano-anong posisyong bagay na pwede nilang makuha sa pagbabago. Incentives do not just mean salary increase or bonus, but also the conveniences they can gain from the change. For example, kailangan nilang malaman dahil sa changes ay mas mapapabilis ang trabaho, mas mahahaba ang vacant time, o mas magiging madali ang trabaho. In this way, aware ang employees na it will benefit them as well, at mas mabibigay nila ang kanilang full cooperations. The fourth element is resources. Resources need to be considered to help your team through the change. This might be manuals, access to people support, time needed to learn the new way, or other more tangible resources that may be required to implement the change. In implementing changes, hindi lang management and employees ang kailangan ng pagbabago, but all of the resources as well. Because of the changes ay may mga resources na kakailanganin to implement the changes. For example, kailangan ng company na maglaan ng training days para sa mga employees, or kailangan mag-hire ng company ng mga trainers na magtuturo sa mga employee nila. Things such as time, additional employees, additional equipment, at pagpapasahod is considered resources na kailangan i-provide to ensure that everyone can adjust to the changes. The last element is plan for action. How will the new change happen? To build engagement, get the team involved in this step in order to secure greater commitment to the changes. This is the application sa paanong paraan maa-apply ang pagbabago sa isang management while getting the team involved and understand the changes. For example, if you're a manager, you decide to guide them all the way. You teach them personally and give them step-by-step guide on the changes process. You need to make sure na walang may iwan and everyone is involved. The actions of this rule is analyze the last big change you rolled out. How was it received? What aspect of the model above were present? What could you have provided to help your team accept the change more readily? How can you use this in the next change you bring to your team? How was the change accepted? Na-achieve ba lahat ng key elements para maging maayos na ang changes sa mga employee or may kulang pa ba? In this part, kailangan malaman kung ano pa ang pwedeng gawin to ensure na makaka-adjust ang lahat sa pagbabago. Dito na rin makikita kung anong kulang na need provided, weaknesses na kailangan ng solusyonan, and even strength na kailangan i-maintain. The next rule is Rule 35. He who has the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. Everyone wants the same basic treatment from his or her manager. Fairness, courtesy, respect, trust, and the opportunity to succeed. Use the golden rule as an overall guide. It covers a lot when it comes to management. Golden rule can both be applied in personal life and work life. In a management, the golden is necessary as well dahil the way the management treat their employees will dictate how employees act. For example, how would an employee respect the employer if palagi siyang pinapahiya without valid reason? The employees reflect its management kung hindi loyal ang management sa needs ng isang employee. Then the employee will not be loyal as well at lilipat sa ibang management na tatratuhin sila in the way that every employee needs. The action of this rule is, how do you want to be treated? Make a list, then for fun. Ask each team member to make a list of how he or she wants to be treated. Behaviorally, we are all different, so these needs may vary a bit from persons to person in how they are expressed. At a team meeting, have each person share his personal needs and tell the team how well each item has been satisfied. Talk about the needs that are currently not being met by the team. Discuss how the team can meet these needs. This is one of the way kung paano malalaman ang needs ng isang employee. Bawat empleyado may iba't ibang needs na kailangan, and we will know that if we ask them, kailangan silang bigyan ng chance to express it, and the managements have the responsibility to decide how to take actions to it while also consulting the employees kung paano nila gustong i-resolve ang problem. The next rule is Rule 36. Build acceptance, reject prejudice. There is no place for prejudice of any kind in your team. No gender-related, sexual preferences-related, racial, age, or religiously motivated prejudice for your team. Besides, killing engagements, these are forms of hatreds and are just wrong. First of all, prejudice is opinion or beliefs that cause harm or injury to a person. I think from the meaning of the word itself, alam na nating walang dapat nag-i-exist na prejudice sa isang team or management. We should promote acceptance in the team of employee. Hindi magiging stable ang isang management kung may unfair beliefs and treatment na makakaapekto sa bawat employee. Tolerance is not a team approach or the way to build engagement on your team. What you really need as a goal is acceptance. Acceptance says, I accept that we are different. I accept we may have different values, different beliefs, different heritage, or different characteristics. But the world is big enough to hold our differences, and we can both be enriched through that uniqueness we can bring to this team. Kapag nalaman natin na may prejudice na nag-i-exist sa isang team, hindi natin to dapat i-tolerate, but rather ipaintindi sa lahat na we may have differences, but it should not be a problem. That difference made us unique at dapat i-accept ang uniqueness ng bawat isa. The actions of this rule is communications and opportunity for your team to connect can go a very long way in helping people to discover their common humanity. Sometimes teams need to tap into the resources and professionals who are skilled in helping teamwork through more serious issues. If you feel your team needs more formal support, don't delay. Seek the help you need and monitor these issues regularly to check the powers towards of the goal of the acceptance. Management can do something about the existence of prejudice. Communications is necessary to know kung may prejudice bang nag-e-exist. In this, malalaman kung paano masusolusyonan, and if the management cannot manage it, then maybe it's time for the management to seek help from the professionals na pwedeng makatulong para mabuild ang acceptance ng bawat tao na bumuo sa team. The last rule of my report is Rule 37. Honesty is always the best policy. Should any of us be surprised to learn that people do not like being deceived? Yet, some business use deceptions as a strategy, and managers and team leaders teach employees how to use deceitful techniques to win business. Do not feel that these approaches can be successful long-term strategies, even if a few people are gullible enough to fall for them once. People do not like being deceived. There are a difference between marketing and deceiving. Employees can market without stating a lie. Ang panloloko can help for once or short times, but it negatively affect the management and the company for a long time. Imbes na makatulong sa pagpapalago ng isang company, mas lalo pang mapapabagsak, because if the employee is being unethical, then company or management has something to do with it. May kakayanang mag-engage may kakayanan ang management na turuan o gawing mabuting empleyado ang nasasakupan nila. Ang pagsisinungaling ay hindi nakakatulong sa pagpapalago ng management o ng kumpanya. According to Jan Kelovich, partner 421, ang marketing services consultancy, 80% of consumers think American business are too concerned about making a profit and not concerned enough about their responsibilities to workers, consumers, and the environment. Based sa isang survey or research, ayon daw sa mga consumers, ay priority ng mga business ang profit o ang kita kaysa sa kapakanan at responsibilidad nila sa mga consumers. The actions of this rule is, make it your policy to be truthful and to employ only marketing and selling methods that are truthful. Should you discover gross deceptions as a strategy in your organization's marketing mix, call the organizations to task. Discuss your sales and service approach with your team to be sure there are no practices that should mislead customers. Para matutunan ng mga empleyado na maging honest sa mga consumers, ay dapat itong maging policy. may mga times or situations siguro na lying ang ginagawa ng mga empleyado para makabenta o para magkaroon ng consumers. Kaya dapat i-train ng mga employee ng mga strategies sa sales na hindi na kailangan magsinungaling upang kumita. Kailangan siguraduhin ng company na walang employee ang magiging unethical considered na reflections ng actions ng isang employee ang kanilang management.